Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and it is AAA Day. I mean, in case you didn't catch it, I was right yesterday about who we were playing, but I wasn't right about where we were playing. So we are against the Pirates, but we are in Pittsburgh, not at home. I think I got... no. Where is Michelak? There we go. There we go. That should be the AAA lineup. Alright, once things load here, here's PNC Park. Pirates sitting in third in the division, but they have been eliminated from the playoff race. And we've already clinched, so this game doesn't mean a lot. The Reds' magic number for the wild card, I believe, is sitting at 1, maybe 2. I think 2 coming into today. After today's game, we'll have 14 games left to go, and they currently have a 13-game lead, so it'll depend on wins and losses by the Mets and the Giants, because I feel like they were tied, or maybe there's one game between them. So we'll keep an eye on that. Clippard's going to lead off this game. Dumatrate, who I do not remember at all, is starting today for Pittsburgh. Clippard is going to start off with a 2-1 count. Looks at strike 2, pretty hittable pitch if I may say so myself. Hits this one and that'll be a base hit up the middle. Here is Michelak, who I feel has been hitting better this year than he has maybe any other year he's been up. This game does not give me AAA numbers, so I don't know what kind of season he's been having. Fouls this one away off to right field. That'll make it a 1-2 count. Hits this one right to Blum at third. So that'll bring Swan to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Not a badly hit ball by Michelak, just directly to the third baseman. Swan has an 0-2 count. He will go down swinging. That'll bring Whiteman to the plate. He has not had as good of a year at the plate as his usual time in the bigs. He has an 0-2 count. Hits this one, a ground ball to first. Johnson will beat him to the bag for the last out of the inning. Squirrels with a hit but no runs. Chris Duffy will lead off for the Pirates. You see the lineup that we are using with the AAA guys. Stitch on the mound today. First pitch is a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. A ground ball. Stitch will field it himself, and that'll be the first out of the bottom of the first. Jose Rivas to the plate. Luis Rivas. I feel like I made that mistake the last time we played the Pirates. Although that's a relatively new change. Drawing a blank who was playing second, but... Oh, it was Shilon Hu. Rivas gets a base hit into left field. A 1-out single. That will bring Jack Wilson to the plate. He will look at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Looks at a high fastball for strike 3. 2 down. Here is Xavier Nady. Runner still on first. And he looks at a slider for strike 1. Changeup gets a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Pirates with a hit but no runs, so we move to the second, still scoreless, where the Squirrels will start off with Bo Knight at the plate. First pitch to Bo Knight is hit towards the middle. Wilson will pick it up and throw it to first for the first out of the inning. Here is Minix at the plate. First pitch is outside. Minix seeming to mold more into the Martinez type catcher rather than the Tom type. Though he doesn't have the arm of either one. Hits this one into center field. Duffy will make the grab. 2 away. Here's Iwata at the plate. He was just drafted this past June, and he will ground out to shortstop here, and that'll end the inning. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second, where Johnson will lead things off for Pittsburgh. First pitch is called a strike. Another called strike makes it 0-2. Line drive, that'll get through the left side of the infield for a leadoff single. Here's Jeff Blum at the plate. First pitch, a curveball for strike 1. Changeup gets a swing and a miss, 0-2. And that pitch misses down and away. Ooh, this is going to get over Whiteman's head and fall in for another base hit. Runner on his way to third. Clipper to third, but not going to be in time. The Pirates have runners on the corners for Aviles. Nobody out in this inning. First pitch is called a strike. Popped up. This should be an infield. Well, right, no, runners on the corners, not second. So not an infield fly, but Whiteman makes the catch. Niger Morgan getting the start in left. I didn't really get a chance to look at the lineup when they showed the defensive arrangement. So I have seen Niger Morgan in person several times when he played in Indianapolis. In this game, though, he has an 0-2 count. Oh, that one just misses. I think Stitch really wanted that call. High fastball. That one was more out of the zone. Morgan still does not chase it. This is inside. We got a full count with 1 out. Runners stay put, and Morgan with the base hit up the middle. The Pirates take a 1-0 lead. Phil Dumitre. I really don't remember him. He's showing bunt after taking strike 1, and he gets down a not great one, but it'll work. Moves runners to second and third. 2 outs. Chris Duffy at the plate. Only 2 strikeouts for Stitch that first time through. Duffy with the 2-0 count. There's a called strike. Fastball up in the zone, but it was a strike. Fastball, ground to first, and the Squirrels are out of that inning. It could have been worse, but they do give up the first run of the game. We go to the third, where Huseman is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Huseman also just drafted this past June, and he's looked pretty solid at the plate. So far, anyway. Has a 1-1 count. This pitch down and in makes it 2-1. There's a called strike to make it 2-2. Hits this one right over third. Blum with a long throw, and he makes it in time. Good play over at third, but apparently we're not getting a replay. So that'll bring Stitch to the plate. That one is down and away. This one a strike over the outer half. Changeup stays too high. Oh, fastball right down the middle, and Stitch lets it go. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Clippard started off the game with a base hit. 2 strikeouts for Dumitre, the first time through the Squirrels order. Clippard with a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Looks at strike 2. Hits a ground ball. Dumitre knocks it down and then gets it to first to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. The Pirates leading 1-0. Rivas will lead things off for Pittsburgh. Rivas also got a base hit in his first at-bat, and he will look at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Fouled away, still 0-2. Popped up, Minnick's going back, but no, he makes the catch. I thought he was going to run out of room, but he hung in there and got the out. Jack Wilson, 1 of 2 strikeouts so far today for Stitch. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one into center field. That'll be a base hit. 1 on with 1 out. Here is Xavier Nady, who was the other strikeout the first time around, and that slider down and away. Pops this one up to third. Swan makes the catch. Johnson got a base hit in his first at-bat. I think he might have been the one to come around and score the run as well. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will end the third inning. Still 1-0 Pirates as we move into the fourth. Michalak is going to lead things off. Michalak actually hit the ball well. It was just right to Jeff Blum at third base. So we'll see if he can find a hole with it this time. Has an 0-2 count after fouling that pitch away. Bounces in that changeup. Michalak does not chase it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here's Swan. He struck out in the first. That pitch is too low. Swan nearly had a home run in his last outing. Missed the foul pole by, I don't know, about a yard, maybe? It wasn't by much down the left field line back in our park. Has a 2-2 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That time on a changeup. Whiteman ground out to first. And a bit of a swinging bunt. Problem was there were 2 outs, so didn't really need to be bunting. Has a 2-1 count to start off this encounter. Looks at strike 2. Whiteman has not swung the bat yet. Does here, comes up empty, and that will end the top of the fourth. Still a 1-0 Pittsburgh lead, and the Pirates will start off with Jeff Blum in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch from Stitch is called a strike. A bit of an elevated fastball. Ground ball off of that slider goes to Huseman, and he gets the throw over there in time. It's a bit of a, it wasn't really a slow roller, a slow hopper. Is that a thing? Ended up a closer play at first than it maybe could have been, but it is an out. So that brings Aviles to the plate. 1 away, base is empty. First pitch is called a strike. That changeup stays high. Fastball ground back to Stitch. Has to wait on the hop, but has plenty of time to go back to first. Here's Niger Morgan. He, I think, had the RBI single, if I remember right. definitely got a hit. I can't remember if it was the RBI or not now. In any case, he's got a 1-2 count. 2 outs, nobody on base. Hits this into very shallow center, and Huseman, I think, still actually on the dirt when he makes the catch. So still a 1-0 Pirates lead as we move into the 5th inning, where Bonite will lead things off for Indianapolis. Bonite ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. And that pitch is a bit outside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Here's Minix. Flew out in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to short. Wilson will take care of that. 2 down. Here's Iwata. He also ground out in his first at-bat. That pitch down and away. Puts this one on the ground, but foul over by third. 1-1. This one's into center field for a base hit. 2-out single brings Huseman to the plate. Ground out in his first at-bat. Watches that pitch down by his feet. That one too high, maybe inside as well. This one right over the plate. Wilson's going to get back and make the play. I thought he hit it a little bit harder than what he ended up doing, so thought it was going to fall in for a hit, but no such luck. Actually, ends up being a pretty routine play. Dumatre's going to lead off the inning. He had a sac bunt the first time up, and he will look at strike 1 here. Little blooper towards third. Swan can't get over there before it hits the foul ground. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chris Duffy at the plate as we start the third go-around of the Pirates order, and he will look at strike 1. Stitch added 2 more strikeouts, so he's up to 4 on the day after 2 trips through the order. Duffy's going to pop this one foul, but it makes the screen. Still 0-2. Looks at strike 3. 2 away. Here's Rivas. He is 1 for 2. Single and a foul out. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Curveball hit lazily towards first. Whiteman makes the grab, and we will go to the 6th inning. Stitch is going to lead things off. Pirates still leading 1-0. Stitch struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits this one foul, but not badly hit down the first base line. It's got an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, here's Clippard. He is 1 for 2 so far. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one a ground ball to, looks like short. Wilson to first. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Michalak 0 for 2, struck out in his last at-bat. Dumatre up to 7 strikeouts on the day. Been busy that 2nd time around. He's got a 1-1 count on Michalak now that the Squirrels are in their 3rd go-around. That pitch misses. 2-1. Ooh, right down the middle, and Michalak didn't even offer. Hits this one, but it's not going to be hard enough. Rivas makes the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Pirates. Jack Wilson will come to the plate. Wilson 1 for 2. Got a base hit up the middle in his last at-bat. Swings and misses at a curveball to open this at-bat. Ground ball to short. Huseman to first. 1 away. Here's Xavier Nady. He is 0 for 2. That pitch down and out. Or at least down. There's a strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Here's Johnson to the plate. Swings and misses at the first pitch. That curveball misses. 1-1. Line drive into left field. That will be a base hit. 1 on with 2 outs. Jeff Blum got a hit in his first at-bat. Looks at a changeup in the dirt. Stitch looking to get out of this game with just the 1 run. Has a 2-1 count on Blum as that last changeup was outside. Slider gets a ground ball, and that will end the 6th inning. We go into the 7th. The Pirates still have that 1-0 lead. Swan is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Swan has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Hits this one foul, right over the first base coach's head. Hits this one into right center, and that will fall in for a base hit. A leadoff single brings Whiteman to the plate. He is 0 for 2. And I'm trying to think. I think Whiteman might be the only guy on the AAA squad that's a switch hitter. Unless I'm forgetting somebody. Groins, oh, this is going to be trouble. Oh no, he beats out the return throw, so the out at second, the only one the Pirates end up with. 1 down, runner on first for Bonite, who swings and misses at the first pitch. Domitre starting to get tired out there. Though obviously he's pitched a good game. Knocks that one, might have slowed it down enough to keep, I think he did. The pitcher touching it kept the Squirrels out of a double play there. Runner still on first, but now with 2 outs for Minix. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Weekly hit towards second, and Rivas gets it on the fly to bring us to the 7th inning stretch. Aviles is going to lead things off for the Pirates. They still lead 1-0. All right, let's go get Johnston. I guess he'll only pitch 1 inning, as a spot in the lineup will come up next inning. Ground ball to third, and that's 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't get more efficient than that. Niger Morgan to the plate then. That slurve, yeah, pretty wild. This one outside as well. There, gets one over the plate. Morgan weakly pops it up. Johnston just gets there in time to make the grab. Dumitre's gonna hit, a little surprised. He was getting tired and he's already pitched a great game. But here he is at the plate with an 0-2 count. Does not swing at that sinker that bounced in. Doesn't swing at that fastball, but that one was called a strike. We go into the 8th inning. Still a 1-0 Pirates lead. Iwata is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Iwata 1 for 2. Well, maybe the Squirrels can take advantage of Dumitre starting to wind down here. Iwata with an 0-2 count at the moment, though. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hoosman, he is 0 for 2. That changeup called a strike. Hits this one right to Rivas at second. 2 down. Well, Quinton is fresh off of hitting a home run yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. Pretty sure. Yeah, it would have had to have been yesterday. So we'll see if he can do it again today. This at-bat will be right-handed, though. He hit the home run lefty. Swings and misses at a fastball that didn't have a lot on it. That fastball too low. Though it was thrown harder. Line drive, that'll at least get through for a base hit. 1 on with 2 outs. And that will do it for Dumitre. Matt Capps is going to come in and might possibly be coming in for the extended save. Clippard 1 for 3 today. Hits this one a little cue ball grounder to third, and Blum will take care of that. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Chris Duffy's going to lead things off for the Pirates, who still lead 1-0. So, let's go with Junet. I think out of all of our AAA pitchers, I think Junet might be the best one of the bunch. Duffy 0 for 3. Swings and misses at a cutter. Ground ball, that will stay fair. Swan had to wait on the hop. Duffy is in there for an infield hit. So Luis Rivas back to the plate, looks at strike 1. 1 on with nobody out. Cutter hit well but foul. 0-2 the count. Junet goes with the curveball and gets a swing and a miss. 1 away. Here's Jack Wilson. He is 1 for 3. They check over on first. They seem concerned that Duffy's going to take off, which, who knows, he might. Wilson looks at a curveball for strike 1. Cutter fouled away to make it 0-2. Another cutter gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down. Here's Xavier Nady. He is 0 for 3. Looks at strike 1. Curveball popped up. Minix will run out of room. 0-2. Swing and a miss at the curveball for strike 3. Squirrels need a run to stay alive. They will start off with Michalak at the plate. Now the Pirates do have a different closer, and it is... I'm not sure which Gonzalez this is. Edgar Gonzalez. I think we might have seen him once this year. Michalak 0 for 3 today. That pitch called a strike. Like it might have been down and out, but I'm not the umpire. That pitch looked more like a strike. 0-2. Fouls this one away. Still 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down. Here's Swan. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. That fastball bounces in. Up the middle, and Gonzalez knocks it down. 2 away. Good play by the pitcher. Whiteman 0 for 3, though this is his first left-handed at-bat, which I think he is more dangerous. Much like Marvin. Gets it right on cue, a base hit down the third base line. He is going to try to make it a double, and he will make it there. Maybe Whiteman really ought to just give up on being a switch hitter and just bat left-handed. Here's Bo Knight, tying run on second. He will look at strike one. Hits this one, foul down the first base line. Ground ball to short, Wilson to first. And that is your ball game. Final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 0, Pittsburgh Pirates 1. I guess those are the games you really ought to expect with a top-line pitcher but a AAA lineup. Had a few chances, but could not score a run. And, well, you're just not going to win very many games with 0 runs. All right, Gonzalez and Morgan going to split player of the game honors. Thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we'll have game 2 against the Pirates here tomorrow. We'll see you then.